Hey guys, Tech Mentor with a video for you guys. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the iPhone 10 going into 2024. If it's still worth it, if you're using it, if you're thinking about buying it, or if you're thinking about upgrading from it, and what to compare against the new iPhone 15 lineup. So let's get started. So the iPhone 10 was sort of revolutionary when it came out back in November of 2017. It's going to be now a little over 6.5 years, and later this year, it's going to make a 7 year, which is impressive little run for this phone because, as you know, with most iPhones, generally around 5 year mark is when they start to kind of get obsolete in that sense that they don't get software update and such. But this phone, again, really nice size phone. It's a 5.8-inch display iPhone here. As you can see here, very iconic, slick design, very lightweight as well compared to some of the newer phone. On the back build is the glass and then stainless steel around the side as well. Comes in two different colors here. I have the space gray. You can also get it in silver as well. And equipped on this phone is the A11 Bionic chip with 3 gigs of RAM. We'll talk a little bit more about performance in a bit. Other things to know about this phone is that, as you can see here on the back here, two 12 megapixel dual camera. The front is only a 7 megapixel camera, so still it's a great decent sized phone with good camera as well. Other things you might want to consider is the battery life on this. So if you go into the battery of this phone, it's around 2716 mAh, which gives you about 13 hours of video playback. Now that is if the battery health is at 100%. If it's lower than that, of course you're not going to get as much as that 13 hours when the battery was brand new. Now comparing to a new iPhone 15, which gets around 23 hours, you're getting about 10 hours less. And if your battery is degraded or it's in at 100%, you're probably going to get even less than that as well. Now, moving on to the cameras here, as we mentioned, it does have two 12 megapixel cameras. So when it comes to photo, it's going to take decent size photos. Even when a video recording, you can record, as you can see here, some good photos, and then portrait mode as well, available in multitude of colors and filters as well. So a lot of things going on for this phone. Now, the software is probably the biggest thing about this phone, is that it was originally released on iOS 11, and now it did receive iOS 16, which is the latest version you can get this phone on. Unfortunately, it didn't get iOS 17. It was cut off on iOS 17, so the highest you can get is iOS 16, which was back in 2020 update, which is a major update. So that means the phone is starting to kind of not get its required major update, but it does still get the security update, .7 update. As you can see here, the security updates are still being pushed out, and generally Apple keeps on pushing them out for some time. So in terms of security update, your phone is still secure, and you're going to get bug fixes on iOS 16, not 17. And what does that mean for your iPhone? Well, a couple things here. It does mean that the phone still will work, no issues. As you can see here, most of the apps will still work on supported on iOS 16 because iOS 17 just came out last year. So as you can see here, most of the popular apps you have will work. Now going into this year, you're still going to have most of your apps working. There might be some apps later during the year which might drop the support for iOS 16. In that case, those apps might not work, but most popular apps will be usually supported for the latest and the previous iOS version. So you're not going to be out in the water with apps. Most of the apps, as you can see here, popular apps from your social media apps to streaming apps, YouTube, all of that will work. And because it has a nice OLED display here, 5.8-inch, still crisp image is that you get on the display here. All of your, as I mentioned, all of your apps that I have here, which are pretty popular, will work, no issues. When it comes to gaming, though, you're going to do light gaming. It's going to be hard to do heavy gaming. Game meant for console will not work as well on this phone. So if you're looking for a gaming phone, this phone is probably not it for you. It just will do light form of gaming, as you'll come to realize that the phone has aged. And A11 Bionic chip with 3 gigs, it's pretty good, but it's not good enough for heavy graphic gaming, lighter gaming, 2D gaming. Some little bit of 3D gaming will work, but that's about it for this phone. So is the iPhone 10 worth it going into 2024? Now, it's going to be, depends on what you're really looking for. This phone, again, it's a good backup phone. It's a good phone if you're considering it for a child or elderly parents or someone like that. And the other sweet thing about this phone is the price point that you can get it. It's going to be around $150 or so. You can get it on Amazon, which I'll leave a link in the for it. Of course, it's going to be pre-owned because Apple no longer sells it brand new. So the price point is pretty sweet considering that when it came out, it was $1,000 phone. Now you're getting almost 1/10 the price of it. But other things about this phone that you might consider, which it lacks, is that there is no 5G support because 5G started on iPhone 12 and later. There is no eSIM card, so if your carrier supports eSIM card or you're looking to use eSIM card, unfortunately the iPhone 10 here doesn't have it. It does have the physical SIM card, so if you like a physical SIM card because you like to swap out the SIM for some reason, you can actually use a physical SIM card on this phone here. And the battery life again isn't the greatest. It's a decent battery, but again could be better compared to the newer iPhones here. Cameras again, it's okay camera, not going to be the greatest camera, but you will still be able to take decent photos and videos. So is it worth it in 2024? We're going to have to say that it's worth it as a basic phone for the basic calling and texting. But if you're looking to do more than that, like if you're doing for a phone that's more performance based, probably not. You might want to consider iPhone 12 or later, like iPhone 13 as well, because the iPhone 15 is out. But a backup phone for the basic needs will get you done from your apps that we see, from your popular apps to some of the even lighter apps will still work. So that's kind of our opinion of the iPhone 10. Want to hear from you guys. If you guys are using the iPhone 10, what's your thought? If you're upgraded from it, or if you're currently using it, leave a comment in the comment section. Would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more tips and tricks for your iPhone and other iOS devices. See you guys next time.